Welcome in, everybody, to TV Sports 27. We are continuing on here with the Washington Commanders fantasy draft franchise on ESPN NFL 2K5 as we hit the road to take on the 4-6 Pittsburgh Steelers. So welcome in, and at the time of this streaming, not YouTube upload, but at the time of this streaming, it is Thanksgiving Day. So what better way than to bring you some Thanksgiving Day football than to bring you this battle between the Commanders and the Steelers. You can see what we have done, winning 5 games in a row, and we are right now in the hunt. In fact, you can say we're in first place for the division lead because we're tied with Philly. We got the win over the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's going to be Steelers, Commanders, and I think we just go regular old uniforms here because I don't think Pittsburgh is anything. They don't get any color rush unless we want to put them in something like that. I think we give them the old traditional style. So this would be a good one. Steelers and Commanders, Thanksgiving Day football. Let's get this one started. Here's Chris Berman.
Hi, I'm Chris Berman. Ahead on ESPN, guy that can do it all out of the backfield, Ricky Williams. 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. This front seven had better be ready for punt number 34 today. Washington, Pittsburgh, it's game time.
Still fans making their way through the turnstiles. They'll be just in time to catch the start of this game. Hello, I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to Heinz Field. Peter O'Keefe is next to me in the booth, and Peter, we've got a couple of offensive powerhouses down on the field.
No doubt about it, Dan. We could be in for a high-scoring game today. Ricky Williams is your prototypical power back. He's big, heavy, and would rather run right over you than go around you. I'll tell you what, Dan, his teammate isn't too shabby either. Amani Toomer is one of the better receivers in the league. He's one of those players that a defense has to key in on and respect. Otherwise, he's going to make you pay. A talented duo to be certain. They just might make a difference out there.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins.
All right, there's a little kickoff show. Streaming no game. So let's see. JP Losman, we're going to see if he can keep up his winning ways here on the road in Pittsburgh. We'll see if we have time for 2 games or not. Depending, it is the holidays, so we'll see. I was going to try to get on a little bit sooner, but we got Dan joining us. Welcome in, Dan. Happy Turkey Day to you. So, Steelers, Commanders in this one. As always, we don't look at the roster ahead of time for our opponents, and we're playing with our brand new Xbox 360 controller. It's a third party, so we'll see if hopefully that'll alleviate the issues we were having with the game cutting off. When you would hit the controller too hard, we were having that trouble, so we'll see. We'll see if that will alleviate it, but let's see. We'll see how much, depending on how quick or not quick this game goes, but determine if we can do 1 or 2 games here. Well, it's a familiar number in the backfield for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It is number 7, but instead it's going to be Byron Leftwich, who in real life with the NFL has been doing his thing, maneuvering up the ranks as a top coordinator, maybe a future head coaching gig coming his way in sometime down the line, but it is just that familiar number 7, whether it be Ben Roethlisberger. You got Ricky Williams back there as well. Keenan McCardell, Amani Toomer. That's some big-time names. Surprised that they have a losing record coming into this one here. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Leftwich, way off target, and maybe that's why. Looking for Keenan McCardell, and way off target goes incomplete. So we'll see if the Steelers are the team that puts a stop to the winning ways here of one, and that one is way off the mark as well, of one JP Losman. And there you see Bill Cowher, CBS Sports, kind of chatting with them like, what happened there? Dan says Losman is the man. Yes, JP Losman. I didn't send out my traditional tweet that we were going live. Should I? Uh-oh. T.O. with the spin. I should do that real quick. Let me hit pause real quick. for YouTube, and I'm gonna send that tweet out real quick. JP Losman starting things off, 30-yard line for the Commanders, and we'll start it off with a pass, and watches that one get knocked back into his face, incomplete. We'll have to see. Do we have... No, Kevin Falk still in the game. Or still in... Obviously, this game just started. We had the injury, and I thought it was only going to be a temporary minor injury, but maybe not. Are they going to... They did not give us a... These are the only injuries, so why is Corey Dillon not playing? That is something I didn't look at because I thought his injury was minor. We'll have to take a look maybe after the game. Losman, oh my goodness. I didn't let go of the R button. I held down the R trigger to scramble, and then I pushed the X button to try to throw the ball on the run. And I guess I didn't let go. I did let go of the button, but it must not have flicked up all the time. This is a new controller. So, man, maybe, you know, they've always said this Heinz Field turf is always kind of ugly, the famous Steelers-Dolphins Monday Night Football game. So, you know, maybe the turf monster got J.P. Losman, but it is not a good start. But that is a heck of a pass for Losman, but unfortunately, too many losses for Losman on that drive. Commanders going with 3 consecutive passes there. And T.O. up over the 1,000-yard mark here. That completion. Yeah, just taking it back kind of by Corey Dillon not being in the mix, because I did not think his injury, I forget exactly what it was, but he's not even listed on the injury list here. So unless he's on injured reserve, we'll look after this game. We'll take a look after the game and see, but it looks like it's going to be Falk for another week. So that's going to be, man, even more of a tougher road here for our Washington Commanders. Backup quarterback and backup running back potentially long-term here. Either way, though, offensive output for the Pittsburgh Steelers have been very hard to come by. Whether it's Leftwich or Ricky Williams. You see Aaron Beasley, the 9th-year man out of West Virginia. But so far, nothing terribly positive for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in this ball game. Which it might be one of those kind of hard-nosed, grinded-out games. This would be the last of our AFC North battle. And Leftwich avoids 1 sack, gets another. We got a flag, though. Let's see what the call is going to be. Holding against Pittsburgh. Oh, no, it's against the Commanders. Defensive holding. It's so rare to see defensive holding called. Man, a couple shots out there. Who the heck? I don't even remember. A couple of shots out there. That was Mike Rumpf who got called with the defensive holding, which, again, when's the last time you've seen a defensive holding called in a football video game? It's pretty rare. I just assumed holding was going to go against the offense. So that is the most positive yardage for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this football game so far has been the holding call on our side. So there you go. Play action fake. Leftwich completes it to Amani Toomer. And it's a first down. And that's always what you need, right? You just need a little bit of that energy, a little bit of that momentum. And all of a sudden, boom, here comes the opposing team doing their thing. Half of what Terrell Owens has done so far for us this season. Byron Leftwich. And that one gets swatted away. Thanks again for tuning in to TB Sports 27. We are glad to have you guys here, and we want to make sure you guys come back often to TB Sports 27. So here's all the different ways you can help support the channel. Follow along, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Patreon, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi. The pitch out to Ricky Williams, and the tackle made by Hardy. Good old Hardy. Shout out as well, Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for being continued supporters. I was able to buy the new controller because of you guys. Working well so far, so thank you guys so much. And if you guys want to help support the channel, patreon.com/tbsports27. We got some more early streams going up, and intercepted by Reinhardt. Let's see, he's got a whole lot of green in front of him, and it is going to be, no, the speed of Amani Toomer. Oh my goodness, nearly a pick six, but this Commanders defense coming up big.
Kobe Reinhardt nabs the football, and what a great break for this.
I think that's Cody Reinhardt's first interception this season, right? I don't remember calling his name at all.
Absolutely, it's all about
My goodness.
on opportunities when they fall in.
I was saying with Patreon, we are going to upload a bonus 1-hour episode. You guys, if you joined us yesterday on Twitch, you saw where we did the WWE 2K22 arena creation kind of stuff. Look at that. Troy Polamalu in fantasy draft land, right back on the Steelers. How about it? And we did an extra hour of that off camera, so if you want to kind of see more of the creation stuff that we did, we didn't do any voiceover on it. It was just an hour of me just kind of kicking back and doing the creation. So if you guys want to see that bonus footage, that's going to go up at any level you choose on Patreon. And what a throw from J.P. Losman. And boy, Losman's really coming into his own here.
Makes the catch here with 3 defenders on his tail. I'll tell you, I was not expecting that pass at all. I wonder if he knew.
Threads it, gets it right in there to Daryl Jackson. My God, J.P. Losman, come on.
But it did work out.
Yeah, it's all about staying focused and believing.
Point after attempt, Morton Anderson. You saw Anderson cheering on the sideline there. And the Commanders, so far, other than that one penalty, have been looking good in this game.
It's good.
Taking advantage of the interception, rolling right down the field and getting the touchdown.
There's the signal,
And an all-outright lead here in the NFC East with a win here and a Philadelphia Eagles loss, of course, at the end of part 2 of this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching with us here on Twitch or on Patreon, it'll come your way in probably about 45 minutes or so. The Chris Berman post-game show, where you guys will see if the Eagles come up with the win or the loss. I wasn't sure, early on this season, it was going to be an uphill struggle, but I don't know if J.P. Losman can keep this thing going. Stranger things have happened, especially in Washington. It's not so unfamiliar. You get a guy like a Doug Williams that steps in and has a run and wins a Super Bowl, and of course other famous Washington Super Bowl champion. Look at that! Oh my! Almost another interception. You got Joe Theismann as well. Mark Rippon. Boy, Byron Leftwich. This is one of the worst passes I've seen so far. Leftwich heaves it up, and Jason Sehorn knocks it away. And it's a quick 3 and out. This is not a good performance for one JP. Or it's a great performance for JP Losman. Not a good performance for Byron Leftwich so far for the Steelers. So T.O. on the return. We haven't even seen T.O.'s caught one pass so far. So the Commanders have a chance. 14. See if we can get this running game going with Kevin Falk. I'll still be interested to see this injury report, because I wasn't aware that we were going to have Kevin Falk for another game. The give to Falk, and he gets a couple of yards wrapped up by Troy Polamalu. Feels strange to see just a little bit of hair right there from Troy Polamalu. So used to the classic, the big hair flowing out of the back of the helmet. Under a minute to play in the first, and J.P. Losman delivers another bullet to Terrell Owens. And man, if he keeps this up, you can see that he's really starting to settle in. You started to see the confidence a little bit over the last couple of weeks, but just early on in this game, throws are right on the mark for the rookie quarterback. And Bills fans might be watching this and saying, why didn't we get this J.P. Losman? Falk to the outside and gets run out of bounds, but a nice 6-yard run by Kevin Falk.
on that last play. Made a key block, allowing
Go with a little strong chip here.
to make a play.
Chip it up. Strong chip, strong chip. Ooh, Kevin Falk hits the steel curtain defense on that run. We might get one more play here. Oh, that's the classic 2K glitch. You pick a play and it boots you back out. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Losman. And knocked away. A lot of passes batted down the line, and that is going to be the first quarter. 7-0 here. Pittsburgh Steelers lead this ball game. No, correction. What am I saying? I must have had too much gravy today. The Washington Commanders lead this ball game. 4th and 3 from the 37. We're going for it. We're going. I want something. I want something with T.O. The quick hitch. That might be the play. So here's what we're gonna look at. I want T.O. if he's there. If not, it might be just dumping it off to Jackson. We'll see. T.O. Oh, he couldn't even make his break. Man, offensive line breaks down, and J.P. Losman gets sacked. Promising drive. It's gonna end with a turnover on 4th down. Oh boy, that blocking was. Oh, what a hit.
They could have punted it away and chose to go for it on 4th down. Now, will that cost them?
Well, with the score this close, it's hard to say, but you never want to hand the other guy an edge.
Leftwich. We'll get that one in there to, is that Keenan McCardell? You see, touchdown to INT ratio, pretty good for Byron Leftwich. Very good, in fact. Better than Mark Bolger. Ricky Williams, though, gets hit by Nickerson Hardy. But Ricky Williams has not gotten out of the starting gate just yet. Steelers creeping into field goal range here on this drive. And another incompletion. It's been about it for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've had you're going to see the numbers here. 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 0 for 1, 2 of 5. Wow.
He's got 30 yards and 1 interception.
Not good. Only 2 completed passes for one Byron Leftwich so far in this game. Oh my, that was very close to an interception, but it's going to be another Byron Leftwich incompletion, and from the 41-yard line, they're going to go ahead and send the punt unit on. They're going to kick this one away, give this one back to the Commanders. That one almost blocked. Fair catch called by T.O. You guys want some Turkey Day scores? Again, for those of you on YouTube, this isn't going to mean anything to you because NFL is going to be long over. But, you know, for those of you that join us, how do I get this off the screen? For those of you that join us on Twitch or Patreon, make sure you're up to date. Packers 29, Lions 14 right now. That's right. We're streaming football while there's football on, but I'm a Broncos and Cardinals fan, so I don't really watch the Lions. Oh! Fumble from J.P. Losman, and, well, Pittsburgh Steelers. Always a scrappy bunch.
Delivers a punishing blow to the ball carrier there, and he gives up the football for the fumble. Great hard-nosed defensive play.
Peter, there are many ways.
Popped right out of there.
But a turnover is not one of them.
Okay, this is really going to be a good test of this defense now. See what they can do against the Steelers.
And we'll start this drive at the 9-yard line.
Ricky Williams. Oh, Ricky Williams, what a run. Making sure the people know he's still here. He's still Ricky Williams.
Smash mouth football here. Bam! What a punishing shoulder charge.
He ran over everybody.
Very nice play.
Definitely. Up over 7,000 running yards, as you can see. That's a great job.
Now the point after, and
Whew, well, all the hype, it might be short-lived here for as good as we were doing, because now we're tied.
There's the signal, and we're ready.
So they'll pass it. They'll pass it back to the Commanders here. Ricky me, no, Ricky them. There you can see where we're sitting in our three-way tie. Up top, the NFC East. And we have the lead because we got wins over the Cowboys and the Eagles. But it's still anybody's division. And then in our Denver Broncos franchise, we also have a three-way tie. 3 teams that are 7-3. And I was actually going to play the Denver Broncos franchise here today, but our good buddy SK Money put in a request saying he wanted to see NFL 2K5 football. So here we are. We'll see, maybe SK Money will join us a little later on, but he put the request in and said, I want to see some 2K football. So here we are for SK. And JP Losman, that one, he had some pressure up in his face pretty quickly. Chargers 9-1. Michael Vick. Third down play here. Losman to T.O. Ooh, T.O. nearly stayed on his feet and got away there. Terrell Owens, you can see, compared to the rest of the team, Jackson, you know, kind of a guy he's been. I mean, he's been the guy. 2,000 yards, maybe? What do you think? Can he get another 1,000? Could it be a 2,000? Has that ever had? Have we ever had a 2,000-yard receiver? Look at this run. Kevin Falk. He didn't have the greatest of games last week coming in relief, but rushing the ball well here. Nice blocking and another good run from Kevin Falk. This is the response drive that the Washington Commanders are really looking for. After that fumble and touchdown to the Steelers, Kevin Falk again pushes his way forward and picks up a first down.
Kevin Falk played it smart back there by following his blockers, and that allowed him to make some good yards.
Backup running back, backup quarterback in the game for the Commanders. JP Losman goes to Terrell Owens for 4 yards. Already 4 catches for 65 yards. I'm guessing T.O. was our #1 draft pick. You know, I simulated the draft, but that was a good get having T.O. for sure. JP is going to run it here. He needs some blocking and will step out of bounds and picks up a first down. JP Losman's been able to show some flashes of brilliance running the football here. And there you see, since he's come in for the injured Mark Bolger, got 1 more yard to get to 700. And Falk's going to lose 2 on that carry.
Andre Davis not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but buffed and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
That's his 2nd tackle so far.
Down. Set. Great. 41. Great. 41.
Play action fake. Losman on the run. Probably should have been intercepted. That was... I think when you get Losman out of the pocket trying to throw on the move, it tends to not go too well for the young man. Maybe if he'll get some more of that NFL experience, those throws will come a little more natural. 3rd and 12. And it's picked off. Bader. Mistakes piling up for the Washington Commanders. William Barté. Oh boy, so you get the fumble, you get the INT.
Steelers could take the lead before
And
halftime.
the Commanders starting to make these errors here. Leftwich screen pass out to Ricky Williams.
And that will be a gain of 3 yards.
Ricky Williams had just one guy on him and makes the most of it. And he schooled that guy so bad, I can smell the chalk dust.
That'll be his first catch of the game after being shut out the entire first quarter. This is a bit of a slow start for him.
Yeah, it is, Dan, but he will see the ball more and more as the game goes on.
Toomer goes in
Leftwich rolling out, pumps across the field.
left sideline, and it's complete.
And it's brought in by Monty Toomer. That seems to want to be the go-to throw for the Pittsburgh Steelers, is the toss to Amani Toomer. We'll tick down to the 2-minute warning here, perhaps, on this play. Screen pass, Toomer. Surprised he was able to get anything out of that. And we hit to 2 minutes here. Steelers Commanders tied at 7. We don't need to see these stats right now. We know it. We know what Leftwich is doing. As we are streaming this episode today, the Legends Football League, the RXFL, the Ultra Bowl, second half completion went up on YouTube. So it is out there for the world. And I actually did a watch along with you guys. So every once in a while, we premiere the videos on YouTube. Be sure to be there every single day at 12 noon Eastern time. That's 11 Pacific, 9 Mountain, or 10 Mountain, and good old 9 a.m. Pacific time, early morning. If you guys jump in, we premiere what we record here on Twitch on YouTube. And every once in a while, we'll be in the chat to chat along with you guys. So if you would have been with us on YouTube today when the second half of the Ultra Bowl between the Toronto Huskies and the St. Louis Rhinos had premiered, could have chatted right alongside with us. So be sure to be there every day at noon Eastern time to be able to come along and possibly chat with TV Sports 27. So now it is out there, Ultra Bowl in the books. And the Toronto Huskies, your world champions of the Legends League. Lamar Jackson, broken ribs and all, bruised ribs, gutted out a performance, and came away with the MVP of the Ultra Bowl. So there you go. And second season of the RXFL coming your way in just a little bit when we get done with this season. When we get done with the next season, the Denver Broncos franchise, it'll be arena football, and it will be the second season of the RXFL. One more season of the RXFL on Madden 20, but I really like the Legends roster on Madden 20 that was built, that someone built that. So I don't know, as much as I want to play around with the new uniforms and the new Madden, I don't know if it's going to depend on if the Legends roster is good in the other Maddens or not. If someone builds a good Legends roster. Wow, J.P. Losman's been brought back to reality here these last couple of plays. So we'll see. We maybe just keep the RXFL permanently on Madden 20. And we can just keep bringing our Denver Broncos franchise or whatnot to the new game. So with this, we'll try to just run the ball and get into halftime. But if you guys know, let me know. Hit me up if you know in the newer Maddens a really good Legends roster, just like what we're using in Madden 20 in the RXFL. Hit me up and let me know if there's someone that's built a really good roster. Maybe that same guy has built that same good roster into the newer Maddens. But I didn't get it off in time. Come on. We're just making mistake after mistake. I'm telling you, too much gravy. Definitely got my eyes on Madden 25 as the next possible purchase, if it's good. We will see. We're keeping our fingers crossed. We were going to do Madden 24. We held out and didn't do Madden 24. Look at this. They just... can I just, like... What's the throw the ball away button? I would just do that and throw the ball away. It's pointless to do a... controller... So this kind of sucks because they don't tell you. They don't tell you what buttons are, and I don't... Alright, we'll just punt it. Hopefully we stop them. I'll weep if we don't, but I don't know what the throwaway button is in this game. I imagine it's one of the bumpers. I should probably know. But we'll see, as this will be the final play. And there you go. So we'll let Chris Berman take it to you. Let me know if there's a good Legends roster on one of the future Maddens coming out. But we'll do one more RXFL, at least on Madden 20. So we'll let Chris Berman take you through the second half. And then for YouTubers, we'll see you tomorrow at noon for Twitch and Patreon. Stay right where you are, because the second half coming your way. Here's Chris.
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. The Steelers, therefore, find themselves in a tight ball game. Anything can happen in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. J.P. Losman would find his target on this one. Steelers midway through the first, the Steelers have the ball at the 36. Kobe Reinhart would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Skins, after getting an interception, J.P. Losman would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. They strike first and go up by 7. Redskins end of the first quarter, J.P. Losman connected with his man on this one. Skins winning 7-0. Will Smith would turn things around. Big shift in momentum here as he pounced on a fumble. The defense recovered. The Steelers in control after a fumble recovery. The ball at the 10-yard line. Ricky Williams got the carry here, and he was able to break through. A 9-yard touchdown for the Steelers. Redskins midway through the second. Game tied 7-all. William belly up to the bar tee is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Steelers have it off an interception. Byron Leftwich connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Steelers are keeping it evened up. We're tied 7-all. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. William belly up to the bar tee has played like a man possessed. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed